this is Amanda Cavallaro from Vonage, and today I'm going to share with you a bit of my background, some of my visions for the future, some of the things that I do these days, and hopefully some inspiration and some ideas. I think that you who are watching me speak today is a student and you might have some uncertainty, some questions, and you want to see some professional who is working in the IT area share some of the things they do or some of the things to expect. Anyway, any ideas? So I hope to be that person for you today. Let's start with my background. So my name is Amanda Cavallaro. I am a developer advocate at Vonage, and I'm also a Google Developers expert for a few categories: Firebase, Google Assistant, and Cloud and Machine Learning Conversational AI. I have been working in the IT sector for over 5 years now. I have worked both as a software developer and currently, as I said, as a developer advocate at Vonage. I've also studied in the field of computer science, and now I'm doing my post-graduation studies in full stack web development. I'm just finishing my thesis. Let's talk about the programming languages I learned along the way. At university, I learned C, followed by C++ and Java. And then when I had my first work as a junior developer, I worked with Ruby, CoffeeScript, and React. And then after that, I worked still as a software developer, more focused in front-end technologies. So I worked with JavaScript and React. And nowadays, I build most of my projects using JavaScript and Node.js. So to give you some context, I work for Vonage, and Vonage has APIs that can help you build connected applications that can easily integrate with social chat apps such as Facebook or Meta Messenger, WhatsApp, Viber, or you can build in-app voice and messaging experience on mobile and web. So whether you want to receive phone calls with code, reach users who are across multiple platforms, we probably have an API for voice, video, or messaging for you to use. I am part of the developer relations team, and honestly, we're here for you in case you'd like to start experimenting with our APIs. I'm here to make your experience while learning the APIs as enjoyable as possible. Therefore, I create a lot of content. I answer questions on social media. I am on forums, so I am there for you. And today I have a special code for the people who are following this talk if you'd like to try some of the APIs. So I'm going to put the code here for you, and I hope you enjoy and you can experiment and create many projects with it. So some of the past projects that I have created can be found on learn.vonage.com/authors/Amanda-Cavallaro. In here you can find my social media if you'd like to connect with me, and also you can see many of the blog posts that I've written. You can see I wrote some tutorials, I talk about events that I have participated, I talk about what being a developer relations member so I am a developer advocate, but there are other positions in developer relations as well, and also a welcoming post that I wrote a bit about my background. But I'm going to talk a bit more about my background here with you today. I also create a lot of content in the format of video. For instance, I have an example here of a video that you can find on the Vonage YouTube channel showing how you can send and receive messages using the cloud functions for Firebase. So I show step by step how you can do it, and you can go through it using the credits that I'm giving out today. So I guess you can understand a bit more about what my day-to-day work is like here at Vonage. Another question I've been asked is how machine learning has influenced the world. So machine learning is changing the world by transforming all segments, including healthcare services, education, transport, food, entertainment, different assembly lines, and many more. With machine learning, we can see we have been replacing humans in trivial tasks so that they can dedicate themselves to more rewarding or challenging problems. We can extract values, insights from enormous amounts of unstructured data that humans would not be able to analyze given the size. We have improved first level care in underdeveloped countries, initial diagnosis of patients with no immediate access to doctors, advancements in voice and video recognition, NLU, natural language understanding, that lead to the current generation of assistants, of virtual assistants that we have. So let's talk about enabling technology for inclusion and conversational apps as well, since I'm talking about virtual assistants. The application of conversational technologies can really improve our lives to the smallest detail, and it can also make technology more inclusive for people from different backgrounds, even those that we wouldn't immediately think of. For instance, we can facilitate an interaction where elderly people could turn on the TV through a voice command rather than finding a tiny button on the remote control. So such technologies also lend themselves well as a tool to support the improvement of mental health. We could imagine building voice application as a first step to stimulate interaction with kids affected by pathologies of the autism spectrum, that need stimuli, that feel uncomfortable or threatened by human interactions. So technology in this century is the great equalizer, the tool that can give anybody a chance to turn their potential into reality. So really, I want to help anyone, despite of their background of situation, to have a shot at growth and success. People with different backgrounds and point of view, skills, knowledge can make a better product and therefore a better world. Another question I've been asked: how will machine learning technologies impact the world in the next decade or in the future? So we can see the democratization of machine learning. Everyone will have access to powerful models without the need of having huge funds. This is my guess. I also believe that we're going to be able to tackle previously untractable problems, for instance, because of the data size, compute requirements, or lack of adequate models. So we're going to have the analysis of faraway planets and stars, mapping and insights in humans' genome, creation of new medicines and materials, and we'll also see the replacement of some jobs that are mundane in favor of highly specialized creative ones. And talking about machine learning, let me show you an example when I think of machine learning, something that I've seen. So at Next London, there was this demo, the football pier, that they showed us that using Android phones and AutoML and other Google Cloud Platform tools, they could measure the power, the accuracy, and the style of penalty kicks in real time. So in here you can see me kicking a ball and making some funny dances, and all of that was being measured using machine learning technologies. Final question for today. What is one of these things that you wish you knew when you started out developing? I wish I knew how to study, model, and understand the problem and then try to code it. Ask why and what if, to practice as much as I could, not just reading books, which are really important, but to challenge me into practicing more. That knowing well how the theory works is way more beneficial than knowing any specific programming language. In addition to that, there are problems that can't have an optimal solution, and problems that most likely can't have a solution more performing than a certain threshold. So that's what I had planned for us today. If you'd like to hear more about Vonage, please reach out to us on social media. As you can see here, there are various ways that you can reach out to us. I would really like to thank you for having me today. And if you'd like to know more, to chat more, please follow me on social media. I am AMD Cavallaro on Twitter. So I really hope to take your questions and to continue our conversation. Have a good day, evening, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. See you soon.